Welcome back everyone to the channel. I've got a little review today of my Android head unit. So this one is from Joying Auto. I purchased this head unit. It's been about, say, close to about a year and a half now. And honestly, to start off, it was a breeze to install. It comes with the entire harness kit, so you're not really splicing and dicing anything. It's straight up plug and play. Um, you know, Joying Auto is kind enough to include the entire harness with the adapter, so it's really straightforward. You're just unplugging your old unit and plugging in the new one. This is not a install video, so I'm not going to show you how to install it, but just give my honest opinion about it now. Honestly, I've loved this unit. It's been fantastic for the last year and a half. I haven't had any problems with it. The speed, the quality. The only, I guess, my complaint really is the backup camera, but that, the quality of the backup camera is sort of, you get what you pay for. It's an aftermarket camera. It's not the greatest, but otherwise, the head unit itself, I will say, it's fantastic. Like, I haven't had a single issue with it. Connectivity with Bluetooth is great. The sound quality, everything is really good. I'm shocked because this one is a lot cheaper than the E90 one. I think that's how you pronounce it. But it's, in my honest opinion, it's a great quality radio or head unit, and the response, let me just pop up the menu here. Like, the screen response is really good. Like, there's no lag to it. Like, it even has the Android widgets that you can see here. A couple of the cool features, like, I would say I really like, is the fact that, one, if you're connected to your Wi-Fi, so in this thing, I think you can also tether with your phone, but you can also there's a GPS module you can purchase with it. So that I left inside my glove box. It's tucked inside here, so you'll see the wire right there. I don't use the GPS in there too much, but it's nice to have. I did install Google Maps, so I'm connected to my home Wi-Fi right now, so it works pretty well. I don't have any issues with that. The radio, again, it's great. There's no issues with it. It kicks in fairly quickly, and your presets are fast. So I haven't had any problems with it. And before I get copyrighted, I'm just gonna turn down the volume. So one of the features that I really like besides the radio is the Bluetooth music. Now, the good thing is, if you're using your music player from your phone and Bluetooth and all that, like, it will show you the name of the song. You're able to skip, past, forward, and all that stuff. You're able to do all of that. You also get, like, the regular Bluetooth menu, which gives you your phone, your keypad, and all that stuff. Setting it up, honestly, fairly straightforward. You're able to set the name of this device. Like, right now it's JY Android. Set the password, and it pairs really quickly. Like, it's shocking how fast it connects, and as soon as you start your car, your phone's already paired, and the Bluetooth menu, like this keypad menu, will pop up right away. So it's really good for that, and I really like that. You can also see your contacts in here. So right now I'm not connected, but if I was connected, you'd see my contact list show up. So you're not really typing anything, and it's honestly been great. Like, I haven't had any problems with it. A couple of quirks that I didn't really like too much really is, like, one, okay, let me show you the backup camera. So I put my car in reverse, and it takes a second, but once it comes on, you'll see, like, I'm on an incline right now, so you're seeing the ground more than anything behind it, but you see it's a little bit on the darker end. The good thing is you do get the grid lines, and it does connect to your steering wheel. So if you turn your wheel, you'll see the lines rotate as per the orientation of your wheel, and it switches back really quickly. But I think, like, for what you're paying for, I think it was $180 when I ordered it. It was really cheap, like, compared to the E90 one. It came with a bigger screen than the E90 one at the time, and there's no buttons. Everything is touchscreen. So that, to me, was a really good plus point. That I didn't want the physical buttons. You also have this option of this little helper assisting thingy here, you can tap that, similar to like iPhones, you can enable it. It gives you the option of, you can change between the settings, the home. You can split screen on this thing as well, which is really cool. A couple of settings. It's got a advanced menu, so it comes with a little booklet. You're able to change a couple of these like in-depth factory settings that some people really don't like. So, things like you can auto start the navigation, you can do a mirror on reverse image, and you can mute audio when it's in reverse. So right now, the way I've set it is that it doesn't mute it, it just reduces the sound. So sound reduction when reversing goes to 4. So it's really cool. Like, I actually really like this radio. You're able to, I think, pair your lighting kit. You can do a lantern setting in here. You can change your steering wheel settings. So like if your buttons, so the good thing is all of these buttons work. So I can use that to control my volume, and you can use these buttons to change the song that you're listening to. You still get to retain your telephone menu and all that stuff. So the good thing is it's really an out-of-the-box system. It's ready to go. It works really well for the E90s. I'm not sure if it works for the other cars. Like I think the radios, if I'm not mistaken, on the 1 series is just this generation, I think it's E87. I believe it works for them too, because the layout is almost the same. But you can visit Joing Auto's website to confirm. So I'm honestly in shock. Like, it's been great. The equalizer, all of that stuff has been great. I will say that the E90's standard audio, not the Harman Kardon sound system, the standard audio isn't the greatest. So this thing doesn't really help with that. You don't have that much bass in this car. It's under the seat. The subwoofers, they work well for certain songs, but not for the others. And this radio is not really, I wouldn't say it has the sort of capability of pushing your speakers to make them any better. However, because you have a little bit more control than the standard radio in terms of equalizer, you have like infinite settings, and I have it set to jazz because I feel like it doesn't push the subwoofer beyond the limit. It sort of keeps it within the range that this subwoofer is able to handle. Beyond that, I think you have the capability of downloading a lot more applications. So in this case, I installed what's called Z-Link. So this is something that Joing Auto suggests that you use for the purposes of pairing, using and to use Android Auto. You can also use Apple CarPlay. So everything is done right here. What I have done is when I set it up, I fished the cable through the backside from here, and it came down through the footwell. So there's the USB. I use this if I want to use Apple CarPlay, and it pairs right away. It picks it up, and I don't have an iPhone, but my dad does, so he uses it, and it's been great for him. It's basically a hands-off, system where you're not touching your phone. You can read your text messages here. You're able to, call and do all of the stuff that you would do in regular Apple CarPlay and Android Auto directly from here. So it's really good for that. It does also have YouTube, and beyond that, like I said, you have the widgets. So my home screen is set up with my radio up here. You've got my Bluetooth menu up here. The Navi, the Bluetooth music, and all that stuff is all set up. And then a quick action to get the Z-Link, I think it's called. So it's been great. I actually really like it. You're able to change the background if you like. So I right now have that sort of moving wallpaper where it shows if leaves falling. There's a lot of options inside. You do get the drop down menu where you can adjust the brightness and all that stuff. And honestly, the brightness, even with full sunlight shining on this, I don't have any problems with it. The brightness is great. The screen quality is great. One thing I don't like about this radio, and I never liked it since day one, is the fact that it takes away the standard gong that the BMW comes with. So that sort of when you open the door noise. Let me show you what I mean. And I don't know. Let me just take my car key out, and I will restart the car, and you'll see what I mean. That. So I hate that, and it opened up Apple CarPlay, the Z-Link menu right away. I hate that beep. I'm not a fan of it. It makes the car sound, or like, it just doesn't sound like a BMW anymore, which I hate. But honestly, it's a small price to pay. There's no option of retaining the other sort of beeping noise or the gong that BMW comes with standard. It doesn't. You can't retain it. I've asked Joing Auto if that's an option, and they straight up said no to me. But again, it's not like you're hearing that all the time. And if you have, you've got your, I use CarPlay and I can disable that if I wanted to, but whatever, like it goes away, and it's not the end of the world for me. The thing I can say that I don't like is the volume menu. So there's no slider readily available. You have to tap this and then it comes up, but I hardly do that. Like I just use the buttons on my steering wheel. I highly recommend the radio. Otherwise, like, I'm very happy with it. It's been great. There's I don't have any issues with it, and the support is really good. Because what I ended up having an issue with was when I first set it up. If I opened my right rear passenger door, the icon that came up, so it would tell me which door is open, it was actually showing the left rear, so it was opposite. And I was trying to figure out why that's the case, and I figured it's something to do with the fact that this one's might be set up for the European models, which are right-hand drive, and mine's a left-hand drive because I'm in Canada. So I contacted them. They told me exactly how to access the sort of inbuilt menu, switch the sort of radio from being configured for a European model to the Canadian model. And since then, again, it's been great. I haven't had any issues. The support that I got was instant. Like they responded within like a couple hours of me sending them an email. Not even, it was less than an hour actually to send me an email and explain the situation. They're like, if you have any problems, here's how you contact us in the future. And they've been really helpful. Like I've contacted them a couple times, but not really regarding like actual issues. It was just to configure certain things, and they've been really quick to respond. Beyond that, it does have a micro SD slot, I believe, in the back, and you're able to plug in your USB. So if you want to listen to songs off a USB drive, you can also do that. Other than that, like, I don't have much else to say. It's been great. So I hope you guys try it out. It's been fantastic. Like I liked it better than the Enon one because I've used the Enon one. It's great, don't get me wrong. The screen's a little bit on the smaller end. This really utilizes the entire dash and gives you a proper size screen, and it's all touchscreen. So that's something I really like, the fact that I'm not really skimping out on the screen, and the screen quality is great. And that to me was a big deal. Like there's no lag. It's quick to switch between menus. So like if I'm going into settings and I go home, going to Bluetooth, I go home, I go to radio, I go home. Like, so things like that I really like. And honestly, give it a shot. Let me know how you guys feel about it, and yeah, leave your comments below and I'll try to address them as soon as possible. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, again, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Catch you in the next one.